What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap content here. And yes, the finale of BMF season 3 is upon us, you guys. So we want to get into some things, okay? But first, we have some church announcements, okay? Please make sure before we get into anything, please, if you don't mind, like the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, share. Let's have fun in the chat. If you're watching the replay, let me know your thoughts in the comments, okay? I would like to also say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, all the aunties, the grandmothers, the big sisters, the big cousins. We all, okay, we all are a part of this village, okay? And y'all are a part of my virtual village. So, you guys, just full transparency, this morning has been a little rough for me. But I know that you guys, just talking with y'all would cheer me up. So, we're going to move forward with this review, and I hope you enjoy. And just also another church announcement, just please, if you have a loved one that you're beefed out with or not getting along with, and just reach out, send a text. Hey, just checking up on you. I love you, because you already know life is short. I mean, you all know I lost my dad almost a week ago. So I know it sounds cliche. It really do, but it's really real. Life is short, and you don't want anyone to leave this earth um with having any regrets, okay? So just do me that favor, hope this reach someone that will inspire you guys to either reconcile or just even reach out. If reconciling is not an option, just say, hey, I've been thinking about you. Hey, hope all is well. You don't have to get into the whole, thing of like resolving issues, because a lot of these familiar relationships can be complex. So just try to reach out. And then another church announcement, you guys. This is not funny, but I'm laughing because make sure, if you can, have your loved ones, make sure that their affairs are in order, okay? I.e., life insurance, okay? Make sure y'all over there getting y'all life insurance together, y'all policies, y'all parents, your grandparents. Make sure they are up to date, current, and everything, because the way PG is having to dig deep in her pocketbook to fund this funeral. It ain't cute, y'all. It ain't cute, but hey, thank God that's what rainy day funds are for. But yeah, life insurance is so important, you guys. So please make sure you guys have those things, okay? Please and thank you. But if y'all want to donate to your girl, yeah, the Cash App. If y'all want to help PG bury her daddy, Cash App is scrolling on the bottom of the screen, but it's times are hard. Mother's Day, y'all was buying gifts, so I'm not even asking for that for real, for real. But if y'all wanted to, donate 75 cents, a dollar, hey, that'll do. Okay, but at least y'all can like the video. Okay, like the video, do all the things to support your girl. I really love y'all, my virtual village. Okay, now that all that is out the way, let's get into the shenanigans of BMF episode 10. Thank you guys, whoever, all in the chat. Rock with me on Mother's Day. I really appreciate it. Let me just shout out to Marcus, Derry B, Booby. We got Tamika's Den. What's up, Edward McMillan, RC? Thank y'all so much for coming to Trap Church, okay? Because y'all could be anywhere, but y'all here with me, okay? So we start off this episode at the impound lot, okay? So apparently Remy done bribed some security officers, and we done cop Meech's vans, all right? And a lot of people is back and forth between Marquisha being the snitch or Remy, but I just feel like if you know, you know. I mean, I'm just saying, don't take a rocket science to realize who called the Red Dogs, okay? They was calling the Red Dogs on Meech, okay? So interesting enough, we timed it so perfectly that Meech is able to pass by his vans with the work with his future. And Remy took it upon himself to stick up the middle finger as he's driving away with Meech's work. And Meech couldn't do nothing but be upset, okay? And I'm like, Remy, I hope you have a good plan, sir, because your days are numbered, okay? But apparently, through Tina and Duffy, we learned that Remy has cops on payroll, which helped him with this whole situation. But I'm like, okay, if the cops you have on payroll filter this information somehow through the Red Dogs, why they can't stop you from getting your ass beat from the Red Dogs? Like, make it make sense. Does your money not span long enough to where you can't stop the ass whoopings? I'm just saying. It just that doesn't make sense to me, okay? Maybe Remy just has enough for the po-po and not the Red Dogs, because, you know, we know he ain't balling like that because he's still up in the projects, okay? And maybe he another Leon from Snowfall. Maybe he love the projects. Maybe he don't want to move out the projects, but he's still in the projects, okay? I'm just saying. So, of course, Meech is upset, and he's like, bro, I want to end all this ish with Remy once and for all. And, of course, T, you know, his Peter Witter stayed tucked between his tails. He's like, nah, I'm not getting into another shootout. We're going to have to figure out another way, okay? We about the Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi. We're going to figure out a peaceful way to stand clear of any beef, okay? And Duffy mentioned, you know, there's already a bug in Sharp's ear. So once Sharp, you know, is on board, the rest of the ATL will be on board, okay? And so Tina was like, matter of fact, you know, JR Crickets, it's going to be lit tonight, okay? We about to have a parking lot pimping party, and, you know, Sharp about to be there, okay? I'm like, all right, we got a little plan. Thank you, Ronald Cameron. Thank you so much. Sorry, RC, for the $4.99. Thank you so much. That will be used, okay? That will be used, okay? Not necessarily for the building fund, but for the fume fund, okay? Oh, gosh. Deary, you said, and I need to testify, stop ignoring phone calls. You never know when is the last call. Ooh, Deary, get out my life. Get out my life, okay? Just being honest, you are right, because me and my dad, we haven't been on the same accord for a couple years. And so there was times where I was ignoring his calls. And a few months ago, something told me to reach out, which is so crazy. And we reached out. We had a conversation. We didn't get everything out, which was fine, though, because I'm at peace right now. But I often think like, hey, what happened if I didn't make that call? Would I really be wrestling with my spirit now? So that is so true, Deary. You never know. Stop ignoring phone calls. Sometimes you have to do things on your own time, but sometimes we don't have time for you to do things on your own time. Okay. Can I get an amen? All right. Well, speaking of time, this may not be the best time since it is Mother's Day, but I don't know if y'all know, but Charles is coming out with his release. So let me know, if y'all gonna be purchasing today, okay? I just want to let y'all know.
From BMF Records, it's the album we've all been waiting for. Charles, featuring hits such as Pumpin' Iron, Pumpin', 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 Pumpin' Iron, Pumpin', Pumpin', Pumpin'. He ain't swift like me. He ain't swift like me, Boosie. I can tell that you still want me. He ain't swift like me, Boosie. I can tell that you want that deep. He ain't swift like me, Boosie. I can tell that you still want me. Easy rest.
No rest in the easy rest, baby. My love is strong. I'ma give you my best.
That drywall.
Patching up that drywall, soaking up them dry draws. Patching up that drywall, soaking up them dry draws. Patching up that dry.
Terrace room.
up in Terry's room, and I don't wanna be
Maple syrup.
but maple syrup got me leaning.
Get your copy now.
Her flapjacks, they warm and steaming. My blueberries on top of the stack. Her hot cakes keep calling me back now. This can't be real, I'm surely dreaming.
Sorry, Nikki.
I'm sorry, Nikki, you're still my baby girl. God forgive me, 'cause you'll always be my world. You're still my baby girl.
In the smash hit, we didn't see it
Didn't
coming.
see it coming. Mabel had all that ass. She caught me slipping.
And much, much more.
Lucy,
Go online, run the stores, and get
Mabel
your copy
had all
now.
that ass.
Get your tickets for the
She
tour.
caught me slipping.
Charles, out now.
Are y'all copying? Are y'all copying? Shout out to the Bro Booby Traps for even taking, just some song titles that I created and just making it into a whole thing. Like, shout out to you, Booby. He don't even know. I mean, he knows, but this made my day when he sent me the shout out to Booby, who was the producer, the talent, the engineer over there with the graphics. Like, Booby just, if y'all don't know, he's just hella talented. I meant to put his link in my description box. Booby, if you can, if it's possible, put your channel link, because it's top tier. It's top tier over here, okay? But let me know if y'all copying, okay? Let me know if y'all copying, all right? So let's move on, right? So after, we realized our work, ran away and drove away from us, we in the car. So T get a call from Sterling, and he learned about Hoop getting shot. He was like, oh, damn, like, what's going on here? So, of course, Meech low-key talking about, sir, I can't hear, okay? My ear can't hear what's going on in that phone. So T was low-key forced to update or pretty much give Meech the lowdown on what's going on with Terry, okay? And at this point, Meech is telling Terry, like, bro, I'm gonna need you to stand on your own. You need to stand on business. Like, we gotta take the training wheels off fully, bro. Like, this is what we gotta do. We're gonna expand too far across this country. I can't be babysitting your little issues, okay? So T was like, all right, whatever. He tells Sterling, I'll be up there. I'll be back in the D, okay? So he get back to the D, and he visit Hoop in the hospital. Hoop look good. I'm like, all right, Hoop. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I thought we lost Hoop. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, but I'm so glad, because I do like him as a character. I just thought it was clean and shop over there when it came to the accounting department with Stars. Was like, hey, yeah, we need to get rid of some folk, okay? But we see Hoop, he in the hospital, he chilling, eating green jello, doing all the things, okay? And he was like, yeah, Terry said you next, bruh, so what we gonna do? But Terry, he was like, nah, I ain't worrying about it. So him and Sterling leave out the hospital room. And Sterling was like, yeah, me and my crew, we on it ASAP to the pronto. Like, you ain't got to worry about it, T. But T, he declines the assistance. And he said, no, I want to clock in. I want to clock in and put in that work myself. And Sterling was like, bruh, she low-key a big fish over here. Well, bigger fish than you. So that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. But T, this is the first time we're really seeing him stand on his own. Because I don't really count the Little Saint information situation, because that was on some Marquisha stuff. So we put a pause on Terry, what he got going on. And we see Jen, she visits Councilman Amberson. And she's, telling him, like, Kobe, she was wanting to make amends, yada, yada, yada. And she wants justice. And he wants justice too. So she was like, yeah, this is why I've been working off the books. And he was like, girl, you got any leaves? And she was like, yes, but I'm suspended. I can't trust nobody in my department. And this is way above my pay grade. So Councilman was like, yo, I want a name. And she was like, you ever heard of the Andreas family? And the way, and this is the one good part of the direction, because the directions be trash low-key when it come to BMF. But the way the camera panned out of the room and ended that scene, and his head kind of turned a little bit, I was like, yeah. I knew at that point the Councilman was dirtier than Sexy Red's draws. Dirty, stinking, funky. Yes, I was like, oh yeah, Councilman, you on the take too, sir? You over there besties with Blaze? I already knew. So right after that, we get cursed with this scene of Henry shaving this raggedy wig. And then the directors had the nerve to tell whoever was making the score to ensure that we had gospel melodies playing while she's doing such act. I said, why y'all playing with Jesus like that? Why y'all playing with the good Lord? First of all, we don't even need to see that. We had to watch this woman really shave this wig off her head. And then she proceeds to turn the clippers off after it. I was like, no, ma'am. Get these pits too. Get them pits too. Because don't even look like no deodorant under them arms, girl. Like, can we get the pits? What we used to say back in the 90s, like a buckwheat in the headlock. Yeah, girl, shave them pits too. Because it's giving you over there au natural and ain't putting no degree, no, what the men be using? Damn, what did my husband use? Y'all know all the men's deodorant. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. But yes, all of the things. Like, come on, girl, what we doing here? Get them pits too. I'm just saying. Whew. And then right after that, we get Charles and Lucille at the dinner table, and they got them divorce papers on that table, Lord. And I was feeling the way, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. We done did a lot of foolery and shenanigans in the past several months of this marriage, but I honestly didn't want to see. I didn't see it coming. I mean, we saw it coming, but at the same time, I still had a little hope, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. Nikki over there on the stairs trying to hold back her tears. I'm looking at this disgusting ass wall, and I'm realizing that I started crying too because of those patches. I'm like, Charles, are you gonna ever finish? Are you gonna ever finish? But I was sad. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. And I don't know if y'all know this, but this whole scene was non-verbal. And just the way that these actors was able to convey all this emotion without having to verbally speak was so fire to me, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. This was a great scene. It was sad, but it was great. In terms of, I'm gonna give the direction of some props. Now, I'm gonna kick you when you need to be kicked, directors, okay? But when y'all do a good job, I'm gonna give you some props. But honestly, I feel like that's really the actors. Shout out to y'all, because it was bomb. It was bomb. I loved it. But yeah, y'all, we saw the divorce papers. DeMarcus, thank you so much for that super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Detroit. What's up, first cousin? Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate y'all. Put a little salsa in my piggy bank because PG need it. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Oh, Jesus Christ. I need to. I'm in the wrong business. If I wasn't scared of dead bodies, I would definitely own a funeral home because they be taxing. Jesus Christ. But thank y'all. I appreciate all the donations. So, y'all, we at the restaurant, right? And T is asking the Chaldeans to set up a fake meeting with Henry, or he gonna cut off their supply. And I was like, okay, T. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I like seeing T come into his own, but he still make me nervous a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He still make me nervous. And then as soon as they leave, Charles comes in and tell T about, him and Lucille signing the papers. And he was and I ain't got nowhere to go. If he didn't look like a sad puppy dog, and I ain't got nowhere to go. Hint, hint, wink, wink, son. I need me a crib and a job ASAP to the pronto. What, you gonna help your pops out? He probably gonna go down over there to Atlanta once he get off tour. Charles, go ahead, do what you gotta do. Live your life like it's golden, sir. Do what you gotta do. So over there at Henry's spot, she over there with Jen, and they have a little drink, a little conversation, and Jen's over there trying to stir the pot. You know what I'm saying? She was like, your cousin's revenge. You can't go, you know. You know what? I'm getting so aggravated. But she was like, it can't go unchecked, you know. And so Henry was like, I got to cover. And of course, Jen is so smooth with it, talking about, so when are you going to plan to do it? I'm like, girl, is this your first undercover experience? Like, and you ain't never watched New York Undercover or nothing? Like, girl, Jen, like, you real smooth with it, sis. You real smooth with it. So Henry get a call from Blaze, right? And so he's breaking it down like, oh, the cop, you the pal. Yeah, that's your girlfriend's partner, okay? And your girlfriend's partner just had a meeting with my homeboy, Councilman Amberson. And you over here doing too damn much. You messing up our whole entire organization, baby girl, because of your poor judgment. And she played that conversation off right because Jen over there talking about, was that work? Was that work? And so next thing we know, I'm not even gonna lie, I was like, Jen, are you about to be a goner? Are you about to be a goner? But Henry placed her behind on that couch talking about, I wanna play it rough. So she tried to do a little chokey choke, and then Jen was like, I'm got a little kung fu in me, and a little jujitsu, whatever she was doing, okay? And then Jen runs, Henry shoots. Detective Brian, he listened to all this on the wire, so he gets in, he comes into the warehouse. They have a whole little gunfight situation. Henry gets shot in the leg. She scurries off. And what annoyed me was detective or former detective Brian proceeded to have a mini conversation with Jen in a warehouse. Like, y'all need to go back to the car. Why are we talking like this? Ain't no talking matter. Talking about, well, do they know? Did you tell Councilman about the wire? We don't ask these. This ain't the time, sir. This ain't the time. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. What are we doing? Like, this ain't the time for no conduct. No. Let's get in the car, drive off to where it's safe, and then we can talk about the particulars of this organization, sir. You don't know what the hell crazy ass Henry got. She could have got that flamethrower. She probably got a couple of choppers in that office. We don't know. You over here want to have a whole conversation. This woman is partially responsible for your son's demise, but you think it's okay to be sitting over here having casual talk like you just went in a gunfight. Oh Lord, let me stop before my pressure go up, child. What's up, OG? Thank you for coming through. What's up, Queen? Miss Kira, Blaze, Monica M, Steven. Who else came up in here? Torian, Anthony. Thank you, y'all. Q Biz, what's up? Thank y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all like this video, please, and thank you. All right. So, child. Oh, I ain't really been on the streets, so I don't even know what the streets is really saying about this situation. But child, Lucille pop up at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Say what? She pulls up at the hotel. And Dr. Maurice answered the door. And all you see is chocolate, baby oil, roses, and candles. I mean, he had the place all pretty and whatnot for Lucille, okay? She never get that type of treatment from Charles, and I'm sure that's what she's thinking in her head, right? So the soon as she, get in, I ain't gonna lie, Lucille, she was looking cute. Okay, she had a little bustier situation. Those thighs and those legs was legging. Okay, those calf muscles looking right. All right. So she tells him we signed the divorce papers. So they have a little makeout session. He lifts her up, screws her, they proceed to let her down. I said, well, God damn. So they pillow talking after the relations and whatnot. So Lucille, she was like, this is better than I ever dreamed of. And he was like, well, you better get used to it. And so she was like, Charles and I've been over for a long time. I was like, Lucille, what is considered a long time, ma'am? Because season 1, even though y'all was broke as a joke, y'all was still very much intimate with each other. Yeah, it was still stressed, but y'all was still intimate. I don't even think y'all was really over. But if that's what you want to tell yourself, ma'am, go off, sis. So she proceeds to say, when he cheated with our neighbor, that was the last straw. And when you came along, it was like God had closed one door and opened another. I said, Lucille Flannery. Now you over here bringing God into this. Girl, you are very much lost. The mere fact that you credit God for this gives very much audacious, girl. Like, God honors marriage and fidelity. If Maurice was truly sent from God and for you to be romantically involved with, he would have brought him into your life after your marriage ended. If divorce was a decision that you were going to make. But I think we can all probably gather that you probably would have stuck it out and stayed with Charles if the good doctor, air quotes, good doctor, was not in the picture. What are we doing, ma'am? What are we doing? So when she said this, his mood shifted, right? Because everything was all good and the mood shifted. And so when she started talking about infidelity and cheating and everything, he was just like, oh, like it's like he snapped out of something, right? And at this point, I'm like, oh, he's back into his own reality because something she said triggered him. So he says, Lucille, I have something to tell you. And she was like, what? Of course, she ain't thinking about no type of red flags or anything while you laid up over here in this hotel room that you ain't never been to this man's house, but go off. So she's all still lovey-dovey, like, what is it? All kissing up on this man or what have you. And he was like, I love and admire you. And I want to start the rest of our lives with honesty. I've been engaged for 2 years. I couldn't bring myself to walk down that aisle because she wasn't you. And all Lucille could do was rub that egg off her face. And she was like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be with another cheater, nor the other woman. And she also says, I knew this was too good to be true. All right, so let's establish this. The doctor is trash because she's cheating, right? But a part of me felt like he possibly truly did want to be with her for the mere fact that everything was all fine and dandy. They was all cut and everything until she started to mention how Charles' infidelity affected her. That's when the mood shift occurred. Like he snapped out of whatever fantasy he was low-key in. So a small part of me do feel like he was trying to be with her on some level, but he trashed too. Even though he got the cookies and I feel like some people may say, oh, well, it was one and done. You know what I'm saying? He got the good. And I do feel like it was one of those type of, I conquered something. I quested, I do feel that on some level as well. Back then, you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Like, it's given that. But this scene kind of showed me, like, maybe he was low-key trying or wanting to be with her, but his fiance in the way. Oh, Jesus Christ. And Lucille, another thing, ma'am, back on you. If you knew this was too good to be true, then why did you unscrew your thinking cap, ma'am? And this is part of the issue, right? This is part of the issue because Lucille has always been with Charles. Like, I can possibly think that Charles is probably the only man she's ever been with intimately. And this is why you don't immediately jump into the dating pool or the field before you discover yourself and get into the dating pool. You just jumping from man to man and not know how to navigate. And so you don't really know and have experience with men. Because you would have had the wherewithal, like, I see a couple red flags here. I'm never at his house. What's going on here? Like, this doesn't seem right. This seems kind of off. Like, girl, like nothing, no alarms came in that head because all she knows is Charles. And I don't fault anybody that marries and starts a family immediately after high school, but I'm truly an advocate of dating, getting to know yourself, getting to know other people before you go and take that huge step of being married. Because you got to figure out what you like, what you really want. You got to understand men. You got to understand the opposite sex. But she was all caught up in the rapture. Oh, Lucille. There was nothing. I don't know what to do, girl. I don't know what to do with you at this point. Not at all. Not at all. And I still acknowledge the fact that there is still a domino effect that I have to acknowledge. Even though Charles, I know he's very remorseful and wanted to repair his family. He did cheat first, but she continued the dysfunction by continuing to cheat herself. But I honestly, she gets all the accountability, but I will not be honest by saying I don't feel sorry for her on some level. Like, I still feel bad because this is all a huge cluster, you know what. But this is how life works, honestly. You put all your eggs in one basket and she broke. So it's probably she pulled that one egg she got in that basket with Dr. Maurice. And that basket actually belonged to a whole nother woman. Oh, Lord. Anywho, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. So we had JR Crickets, right? And let me just let y'all know, this is an Atlanta staple. I've been there. They're supposed to be famous for wings. And maybe back then, maybe in the 90s, it was popping. But JR Crickets was very much mid when I went. And this was probably about 5 years ago. But it wasn't hitting on nothing. But that's my experience. Maybe the cook had an attitude that day. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, something was going on in his or her personal life. But the wings came very much premature and the flavor wasn't flavoring, okay? But that's not to deter you from visiting JR Crickets if you want to. But I'm just telling y'all my experience, okay? And shout out to Quavo, actually. He's continuing the ratchetness of Atlanta by opening a club at a gas station. I don't know if y'all seen this, but just Google, I don't know where you're at, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. But yeah, Quavo, he has a whole gas station club situation set up. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it was already established gas station. He just has a club right next to the gas station. And then underneath the club, there's like a fish and chip spot or something like that. And then they got a smoke shop. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's a hood nigga's dream. It's a hood nigga's dream. But shout out to you, Quavo, for continuing the success of the foolery of ATL, okay? So we over here parking lot pimping with Meech and the crew. Sharp comes through. And he was like, yo, I want it to be down and everything. But Remy have your cars. Therefore, he has your weight. Therefore, you don't have none. So Meech pretty much told him, like, fool, y'all had my car for 2 days. And I know y'all can't get into that car. Because if y'all could, you would be over here balling out lemon pepper flats and honey hot drums. Not me. You will be over here serving the people unlimited supply of barbecue wings and french fries, sir. Not me. Not me. I'm gonna need you to rethink and really ponder on what the hell you telling me, sir. And then, of course, Sharp, he changed his mind. His tune changes. Well, what I got to do to be a part of BMF? And, of course, Meech, he welcomes every goddamn body. But I'm like, Meech, you better than me. Like, I understand this whole, like, you know, come on, come all, we are family. But I don't know, just me, just as a distrusting person off rip, unfortunately, I was just raised that way. You can't be a part of BMF, bro. I'm sorry. You can't. I mean, I understand you was choosing the home team, but I don't know if I can trust you like that off rip. I'm sorry. Maybe we need to go through a trial run, a probationary period, you know, just how they do a regular job. You know, you get 90 days to prove yourself, but we can't do that. We already had a whole situation with 2 Chainz in them. Like, I can't. I don't know. What's up, Blaze? You said, really? I guess it's cash, gas, or ass. I'm just saying. But hey, it is what it is. But there is an onlooker viewing this whole situation who's not happy about it. You can already tell, okay? But we go to the warehouse with Sharp. And he mentions he got a pipeline in Alabama. So, of course, he's looking more and more attractive as a potential employee, okay? And then, we get the keys. First, he told Meech he had to see the work. So, he was like, oh, those are the cleanest, whitest white girls I've ever seen. So, yes, I'm loving being a part of BMF. So, we get the keys. We rev up the engines. And next thing we see, Remy shows up with his crew. And then we proceed to have the most annoying, dumbest, pointless, quote unquote gunfight ever. Like, I'm tired. We wasting good props with bad direction. Because we over here shooting at Remy in these vans. Nobody's getting hit. The only person I really saw got ran over by the van. And then, of course, Meech gets away as he always do. And then Remy, frustrated and befuddled, shoots 10 bullets in the air and proceeds to yell, F mother effer. You're wasting perfectly fine ammunition, sir. What are we doing here? Like, who directed? This is the same person. Whoever directed this scene was the same person that directed that little scene with Henrietta when she was over there shooting guns in the air. Like, what are we doing here? And I don't even think the writers intended for the scene to even bring out any laughter or comic relief. But I'm going to blame it on the directors at this point because I shouldn't be laughing at that. I should not be laughing. Like, what are we doing? This is so dumb and aggravating, but it is what it is. Hey, Moochie. Hey, Inga. Thank y'all for coming through. Please like the video and do all the things for your girl. What's up, Suburbia? MP, what's up? If y'all not subscribed, please subscribe to your girl, okay? Oh, Lord. To further aggravate me, T is over there in the car with Sterling. So he leaves Markeisha yet another voice message telling her that he loves her. So apparently she has been ignoring him since Miami. But it's all a game. It's all a game to her. Because she'll decide to answer after the umpteenth message, right? Randomly, like, okay, I'm gonna pick up this call. Let's start playing. Then she's gonna make him apologize as if he was wrong, the mind bleep and the manipulation. Then she'll express her disappointment in him and her insecurity, and then he'll grovel and work overtime to get in her good graces, and then they'll be back together again. Like, it's given two can play that game, but it's really a fixed fight at this point, because we already know T is not prepared for this level of woman. Like, and not in terms of her integrity, but in terms of the trashness of her, because she is light years ahead of this man and he don't even see it. Of course he can't see it because he's operating on 1.5 eyes. So there goes it, you guys. Blame Lamar or whoever shot T in the eye, because that is not helping him at all. But I'm glad we didn't have to deal with her this episode. Please and thank you. So we at the Flannery household, and Charles done fixed up the walls in the living room, y'all. Oh, gee, I almost fainted because I'm like, Charles, after 20 years and signing the divorce papers, it took you to sign divorce papers. It took you to put your John Hancock on an official document besides your marriage license to want to fix your patched up walls. Y'all done had the church members over there. Y'all done had friends, family, everything. You done raise your kids in that house. But it took you to put your John Hancock on this official document and to be done with your wife. Not saying it's on you. To fix these damn walls. And we still got the dining room, bruh. We still got the dining room. But Lucille, she is becoming vulnerable, right? Because she said that it's not going to work out between Reese and her. And he's not the person that she thought he was. Yeah, Lucille, because you did not know that man. You knew the boy who was 16. You didn't know the 39-year-old Dr. Maurice. And maybe you do know Reese from 16. But you don't know Dr. Maurice at 39. But you decided to bake a relationship off of what you thought you knew about a person when they were 16. Were you the same person when you were 16? Matter of fact, don't answer that, Lucille, because I think you were. The way your naivete has taken over your whole life and turned it upside down, I think you still are that 16-year-old lost little girl trying to find solace in the Lord because you don't know yourself. And even after she tells him it's not going to work out with Dr. Maurice, Charles still extends his hand and heart by saying, hey, does this mean you'll come on toward me? He's still wanting to be with this woman. While she's over there looking at this man, and her pride, her confusion, her pain, her shame is all over her face. And then she fixed her lips to say, I've been praying to God. I could see you as a friend and not my husband. And at that moment, I knew God was looking down like, this bitch. This bitch is, she crazy. She crazy. She is on a road today, okay? She over there accusing him of stuff, i.e. God I'm talking about, and asking for these ridiculous ass requests. God was like, bro, don't put me in this. Lucille, you on your own on this one, boo-boo. You better blame Lucifer down there. I ain't got nothing to do with this, man. Don't put my name in no felonious BS. What we doing here? What we doing here? Talking about I want to focus on God. I want to focus on God. And Charles proceeded to tell her, I will always love you. And let me just say this. I'm not even mad for Lucille choosing not to be with either one of them, because it would low-key still be a bird move to still fall back into Charles's arms because it didn't work out with Dr. Maurice. But I do feel like it goes back to her pride and her confusion, her pain and her shame. Because you could tell she still want to be with that man, but sometimes just honestly, some folks can't get past cheating. Even though she's a cheater herself, she can't get past Charles cheating and then cheating with the bestie and the neighbor. Like, that's a lot for a person to digest, not taking away from the fact that Charles has diligently really just tried to repair this relationship. But sometimes to certain people, nothing can truly be done to get that peace. And maybe she just knows that she's not going to get that peace. But I do feel like a lot of her pride is low-key mixed up in this whole situation. You just lost one. Ba, 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 ba. Alexa, play Lauryn Hill, Lost Ones. Okay. I hope you find yourself, ma'am. Okay. Because I'm tired. I'm tired. Okay. Let's move on to another dysfunctional family. So Blaze visits Henry. Well, Blaze and visit Henry, right? And of course, she all bruised up. And I know she got an infection in that leg because she ain't been to no damn doctor. So she tells her daddy, Blaze, that Jen got away. And he fixes his lips to say, you have brought me nothing but death and disappointment since the day you was born. I said, bruh, she ain't accountable for nothing before the age of, I would say, 13. He held his daughter responsible for shitting on herself at 4 months. Like, what we doing here? Because that's what he telling me. That's what he telling me. And he was like, damn, your cousins, your mama. Now, the mama, that's a reach, sir. She ain't had nothing to do with that. The cousins, yeah, she was moving reckless. But Blaze, you doing a lot. And we done heard Remy tell Jen, like, my dad resents me, right? And then the uncle also backed it up by, mentioning, like, your dad doesn't treat you right. So this is the first time that we hear him just really be reckless with his mouth. And I was like, bruh. And he tells her, I'm stripping you of your organization, Henrietta. She was like, my name is Henry. Oh, God. And so she shoots him one time, right? And that wasn't enough for him because he still decided to move reckless with his mouth and talk about, see, this is why I didn't want you in the game in the first place, because women are too emotional. And you know very much well, the one thing that Henry does not want to be called is a woman. Even though 3 days ago, she was over here unwrapping her boobage to have pure consensual relations with Jen. So, of course, that's her trigger word. Mind you, all of this is on a wire because we got Bryant listening from the outside. And then she proceeds to let off about 7 more shots in her daddy. And you know what? I thought if they were to come to this storyline and end it like this, I was going to be greatly disappointed in the writing. But actually, I'm so used to this at this point. It's like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not even affected. I'm like more like, desensitized when it comes to these type of things in the Stars universe, because I can't really say Power universe. But this is par for the course at this point. Like, we're just going to normalize parents and kids offing each other. Because there's no other solution, right? There's no other thing, an outcome we could write. We can't collab in a writer's room and come up with any other options, you guys. This is the best that we can do. Anywho. So, of course, Jen calls for backup. GQ ends up arresting Henry. Jen gives her a mini monologue, and I'm like, Jen, shut the hell up. But Bryant whispers to Henry, I killed your cousin. I killed your cousin. The The way he whispered that thing, it reminded me of Kendrick, the beginning of Not Like Us. Like, why are you whispering to me like that? I see dead people. Hey. I mean, the way he whispered. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Jesus. It's crazy how we can separate real life and art, because for some people that would really F them up, but it doesn't bother me based on what I'm dealing with in my real life. But it's wild. It's wild. What we doing here? So T and Sterling peeped the whole situation because they've been waiting on her to show up to the meet that the Chaldeans set up. So they decided to come to her spot. So they over there peeping the whole scene like they invisible and whatnot. I'm like, ain't no cop see this. Oh, okay. I'm just move on. So now we in ATL, right? We at the Techwood Projects. And Meech is holding orientation for the newbies, right? Being sharp, right? So Remy enters. Like, where was they at? Like, whose apartment were they at? Because Remy always showing up at these meetings that he shouldn't be a part of. Okay, like, did they send him an evite? Like, did he get the email or text notification? Like, how the hell he always showing up? Maybe he got a sixth sense. But he thought he could just come up in there and draw guns on Meech and not think nobody was going to back up Meech. But he was wrong, okay? Because we saw about 10 guns pointed at my man, okay? He had nothing to do but to exit stage left, okay? And I'm tired of these whack behind one-liners. He had the nerve to say, y'all ain't seen the last of me. All right, get out of my face. Get out of my face. He was actually inaccurate. Because later on that night, this was a weird scene, right? Because I'm like, okay, he pulls up at this stoplight, and y'all can let me know if this scene was off to y'all or what. But this dude that was like on this regular bando approached the car. I'm thinking he's somebody that sells work for him. And I thought they was exchanging or dropping off work or money or something. And he proceeds to give a water bottle. And this is a grown-ass man. Like, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the water boys that be in Atlanta, be selling water on the street. But was he just selling water? Like, this was weird. Like, I didn't even know they was doing this back then in the 90s. 1. 2, it's nighttime. 3, you grown as hell. Like, this was a weird scene to me. Let me know if it's me or not, because that was just weird. Like, what we doing here? So he proceeds to pay for a bottle of water. And Remy was over there playing with his nose. Like, was it giving cocaine? Like, why would they direct him to do that? He never really gave that he was using cocaine. Like, I mean, his behavior shows it, but they never showed it on the screen. So was he like just on a brink and crashed out and decided to use coke that night? Like, I don't know. I need a little more elaboration. Like, I was hella confused. Like, yeah, okay, Miss Kira. She said I was confusion. Like, I'm like, what's going on here? And he said, the water guys are everywhere, not just Atlanta. They do that in every major urban city. I'm aware, Inga. I was just referring since we are in Atlanta, and I'm just bringing it just because we talking about Atlanta right now. But yeah, I was confusion as well. I don't know what's going on. It just seems very random. Very random. This is a seemingly deserted street. Why are you having? I don't know. It was just weird. I don't know what's going on. So, said water boy leaves, and next thing we see is Remy's brain inserts splattered on a passenger window. Like, I don't know. Like, I wasn't mad. I this at all, but this whole setup was confused. Like I was like, what? Like I should not be scratching the meat meal braids underneath my sewing. It's hard. Like, what are y'all trying to convey here, writers and directors and producers? Like, I'm confused. Anywho, this is a mysterious person. We can, we can guess who did it. I'm not sure. Let me know who y'all think did the offing of Remy. The person had on gloves. Like, it was given the end of Top Boy. Like, who done it? Like, I don't have time. Just let me know, okay? I'm tired of this mystery Scooby-Doo shit. Like, just tell me. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me if it ain't good enough for you, babe. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all already know I'm random. So 1 week later, Meech has all the crews in the garage, okay? We got Missouri in the house, Jay Pusha, old erratic ass, okay, which I'm still questioning that hire, but we gonna let it rock. We got Atlanta, okay, and that's through Sharp. Sorry, Alabama through Sharp. We got Michigan in the house, of course. We got Sterling and them. We got Ohio. We got Bleak, AK. Oh God. Oof. He played in The Wire, y'all, and I don't know why his name leaves me, and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. Oh, I don't know why Dookie's in my head, but that's not Dookie. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. But Bleak from Ohio, and of course we got Georgia. Okay, Pooh, yes, Blaze, thank you, because that was gonna piss me off if I didn't figure it out. Did y'all see there was an article, side note, that apparently Pooh and Bodie are trying to get approved to be to do a biopic of Mobb Deep. I'm like, that would be fire. That would be fire. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Even though Bodie, he a little light skinned, a few shades lighter. But sometimes, we ain't gotta have to exactly look like, the real people. But I'm like, that would be fire. Please approve that. Thank you. But yeah, ATL is now the official hub for the work. Okay, that's where they're gonna drop off their work, pick up the work, the money, everything. So we're gonna be going through Atlanta, okay? And then we see a mini montage of the BMF state leaders. Okay, I'm just gonna call them the state leaders. They drive out of the garage, and we see them subsequently get harassed by the Popo and the Red Dogs. Okay, they trying to, find the work in the cars, but we know. We already know our mechanic is top tier. That is not going to happen. You are not going to find the work, okay? And then we have a little phone call between the brothers, and T tell Meech about their parents' divorce or whatever. And I love the fact that Meech immediately asked about how Nikki is doing, and T says not good. So T, what I'm gonna need you to do is make sure you check it on your sister. Like Meech, yeah, he's going to try to do it long, since he's long distance. But T says you're there, you're in the city. I need you to take it upon yourself to be the true big brother and check on Nikki. Just spend some time with her, create that bond. I know you're out there selling work, but you can take 30 minutes out your day to check on your little sister, because we don't need her over here 16 and pregnant. Please and thank you, sir. All right. So Henry over there about to take her shower in the jailhouse. And next thing we see, she gets shanked by one lady behind her. And then another lady comes out the woodworks and kneels down and states, "A special friend sends regards." Now, I truly believe that's Councilman, right? Because the whole time, I'm like, Councilman, you over there still riding for the people that burnt your daughter? Like, I understand there's a conflict of interest, low-key, but you got to stand on business, Councilman. Like, when are we going to get justice for your daughter? But this is his way of still staying in good graces with his comrades, even though he's deceased, but still getting his own level of justice. I do believe Well, could it be the councilman? Now that I think about it, hold on. Yeah, it still could have been the councilman, possibly, because we know the councilman gets roped up in all this BS, but maybe he was able to make it happen before he got caught up. Because my other option was Jen, but I'm like, okay, I'm sure she still has pull because she got reinstated, but let me know who y'all think. Who y'all think pulled and made the call to off Henrietta? Yeah, I said it. Henrietta. I know y'all. A couple shots this season. I mean, this episode. I don't know. I'm like, Henrietta, you low-key beautiful. Y'all already know I call her Raquel Thomas's evil cousin. But I don't know why. I don't know if the light was hitting it right. I'm like, you low-key beautiful, ma'am. Sir, if you want to be called that. Miss Carrie, you said you thought it was Terry. I didn't think about Terry because the mere fact that scene when him and Sterling was talking. See, I could take that scene two ways because to me, to T's perspectives, I'm thinking he don't even have to do anything at this point. She's already handled. She's in prison, right? But him and Sterling did have in their dialogue, they did mention that what T think is a weakness can actually be his strength. Pretty much being, invisible and not, not seeing with the trained eye. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that could be an option too. Terry could have ordered that hit. That's possible. Tamika, you said that was the lady that went in for Meech and Terry. That was Denise. And you know what? They showed her in the beginning of the previews, and I was like, okay, where is she in this episode? But her wig was different. That threw me the hell. And it looked like Denise got taller and lost weight. That's what threw me off, right? Because I'm like, this lady should be significant somewhere, but I wasn't putting. See, I love y'all. Thank y'all for putting that together for me. Thank y'all for putting. I forgot all. Because I'm like, why did they have Denise in the beginning of these previews? But I didn't. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. I was caught slipping, y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for clearing that up for me. All right. Shout out to you, Terry. I like that. I'm going to give you your props, Terry. Thank you. Y'all don't be doing that no more, writers. Keep the same wig on, bruh. Keep the same. And why is she able to dye her hair in prison? Like, what we doing here? Y'all throwing me off. Y'all throwing PG off. You know I'm in a vulnerable state of mind and I ain't catching everything. But God damn it, y'all didn't make it easy for me. Denise done lost about 30 pounds, got a longer wig, child. But I low-key forgot about, her being, I didn't forget, but I just didn't put two and two together. Sorry, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Because I was like, why in the hell are they putting Denise in here and she not even in the... Blame that on my heart and not my brain, okay? Or the other way around. Y'all already know. Yeah, Tamika, that's what I'm saying. You don't level up in prison. Denise, you don't level up in prison. You must got some clout, girl. You must got people watching your drawers and everything because you got some status. Because she was so smooth with it, right? Because we already know Denise, she was already a little hesitant. I ain't gonna lie. She did have something about her because it was plenty of times when she would tell Terry, "Nah, we got to get back. We got to," when he was beefing with the limo people, "Nah, Terry, they ain't going to stop. We got to go ahead and make this happen." And she, worked with Charles and them, which I'm sure was like 80% men. So we already know she know how to handle herself with the opposite sex. But so it's not off. It's not off in terms of her personality to be out there in the drugs running things. Well, in the jail running things. But yeah. I like that a lot. Can we use her again? I like that. They did. All right, writers. I'm gonna give you a little. That was cute. Y'all. Thank y'all. And normally, honestly, I will normally watch other shows like Raising Kanan multiple times. But I can't do it with BMF. I ain't gonna hold you. I can't do it with BMF. I'm sorry. I am sorry. But thank y'all. I appreciate it. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why y'all my virtual village. Like y'all be looking out for your girl. Because it ain't just my review, it's our review. So Meech, he visits Ty Washington's gravesite, and he was like, yo, Remy would never hurt you or your family again. Okay, I got Deanna and I got them kids for life. I was like, well, I'm glad you got Deanna and not Young Miami, because Lord, Young Miami needs to help. She need to help Meech. So he makes peace with that because Remy is gone. And so we over here in Detroit, and we still at the projects with LaWanda. Like next season, I should not see LaWanda in these projects no more. I am tired, Terry. I am tired. So they over there going to get ready for church or what have you. I'm like, oh, they going to church together? Oh, it's because Marquisha ain't answered the phone yet, Terry. You ain't slick. You ain't slick at all. He over there telling LaWanda, you look beautiful, what have you. Oh, I better look beautiful. I don't birth two of your big head babies out of my vajayjay. I better be beautiful with these crimps all in my hair. Tell me again, Terry. Tell me again. And he got the nerve to say, well, you know, my parents' divorce has got me thinking about our family. And she was like, yeah, I've been thinking about it too, because I've been all wrapped up when you and your little cougar, I forgot about my dreams. So I'm going to go ahead and enroll in cosmetology school because I want to be a stylist, okay? Because I'm over here at the projects and you ain't giving me a good enough allowance, so I need to learn how to do my own hair for real, for real. So Terry is not keen on the idea of her having a job because he worried about who going to watch the kids. You can't help watch these kids, Terry. You can't pay for a babysitter, Terry. But she was like, I'm going to get me a job regardless, because what we not going to do is have me depend on you. Because where am I, Terry? Where am I? Still in the projects. You got me over here in a used new van over here with 49,000 miles, sir. But you over there had Marquisha living in a lap of luxury in your condo and your mansion. But I'm still over here in the projects. You want to take care of me, Terry? Show me. If you love me, say it. If you want me. Like, you need to do all that. Prove it. Prove it, sir. Either put me in your condo or give me another condo. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Didn't Terry tell Lucille the reason he got the condo was to get CPS off his back and show that these kids had a different style of living, another lifestyle that's not of the projects? So you're going to use and act like you got this condo for these kids, but the kids ain't never seen the inside of that condo. How, Terry? But you got Marquisha over there snooping and looking in drawers, running up the phone bill, gossiping with her homegirls. Over here, flipping through Finger Hut, trying to find the latest and the greatest of the chandeliers. Terry, get out of my face. It sound good. But I'm going to need you to back up those words with some action, sir. Meanwhile, we head to New Cornerstone Church, okay? And Sister Lucille accepted the role as an assistant pastor position, and Charles is over there on the guitar, while his wife testified about her being shamed, and the reason that's why she didn't accept the position immediately, because she was shameful, and shame was a powerful thing, because she was ashamed about who she was. And all I could do was look at Pastor Fleming, because I'm like, Pastor Fleming, are you clear on what the hell she talking about? Because if I was Pastor Fleming, I would have had an immediate meeting. Like, can you clarify about this testimony, ma'am? Because you talk about who you was and you were shamed. What you shamed about? What you was over there doing, Lucille? You were shamed. You weren't shamed about them walls not being patched up. But good for Lucille. Hopefully she'll find some sense while she's trying to find the Lord, because Lord knows she needs it. Meanwhile, we at the Platinum Palace back in Atlanta, And Angel's talking about she thinking she want to do a last dance, okay? I.e. Mercedes of P-Valley. Now, the person who stated that they started this whole stripper last dance thing, oh my God, and I hate her name is leaving me, but she was on Angelique's podcast. Oh my God, I hate that. I would not be on live and know these people's names. And when I get on live, I can't remember. But anywho, there's a stripper. I don't want to call her. She's a former stripper, okay? A former exotic dancer. She stated, because she is actually a consultant on P-Valley, and she said she started the little last dance retirement thing in the stripper universe, okay? But Angel said, hell, she saved up enough money to put a little small down payment on a building in her hometown. So she's going to start a little after school program for the girls. I'm like, oh, you trying to be Mercedes for real, for real? You about to have a whole dance team, ballet, I don't know. But the way you was over there dancing with T in that empty strip club, I didn't like it, but kudos to you. Kudos to you, because I really was expecting her to just be comfortable living up under Meech in that mansion. But she said he inspired her. So, girl, when that rent due and you ain't got it, don't be going over there calling Meech for, a little loan, okay? And Meech, do not think about laundering no money in that little after school program, okay? It's for the kids. Leave her alone. Meanwhile, T, he visits Hoop and tells the team, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to be back because we got to, have a little more managerial meeting with Meech, and we need to figure out the next steps for BMF. But he tells Hoop how much he appreciates him. And I really love that, because I feel like Terry from season 2, he wouldn't say shit. He wouldn't say nothing, okay? And I think that, Meech's managerial style is rubbing off on Terry, and Terry is understanding the value of good and loyal people, right? So I do love the fact that he is expressing to Hoop that he appreciates him. I was like, oh, I'm shedding a little tears up here, okay? And then we over here at Brian's house, we see on the news that councilman got locked up and roped up with all this. And Jen, she decides that she want to go F with the LAPD, because apparently the Asian gangs are moving a lot of weight over there in the West Coast. I said, you want to be a part of the LAPD, and it's probably peak Rodney King season over there? Okay, girl, go off. And of course, Brian had the nerve to pretty much insinuate he want to head south. If you don't get off Meech and Terry's D, like, I'm tired, Brian. Like, don't you want to go somewhere? You already lost your son. You lost your son. You lost your job. Go somewhere and sit down. Not sit down, sat down. Yes, DeMarcus, Gigi McGuire. Thank you so much. That was her name. Oh, I'll be loving y'all. So, he mentions he needs to clean up Kevin's room. Jen offered to help, but he was like, I think I'm going to need to do this alone. And I did feel like it was a decent touch that he had, Bruiser, little t-shirt on, and he was over there cleaning up. But it's given is a little too late. I'm sorry. I did feel a little way, because I'm like, damn, man, like, all you had to do was really be there for your son and put your foot down and make him take some self-defense classes instead of letting him run the relationship between y'all two. But you decided not to, and this is where we are now. And then you also decided to be a crooked cop and hide pivotal evidence in your house. Yeah, you dropped the ball too many times, Brian. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for you. Not at all. Not at all. So, y'all, at the Flannery house, child, this scene was something else. So, Nikki, she be burning. I ain't gonna lie, Nikki. You can come to my house anytime, girl. She was over there cooking up a storm for Charles's goodbye dinner, right? And Charles come downstairs. He put on his coat. So they like, what's going on? We about to eat. He was like, this bus about to roll. Is leaving early. So I got to go. So all Lucille could do is look at the back of Charles' head and say, I hope it's everything you've ever dreamed of. And you can see the sadness and regret and happiness all in her eyes. Like, you could tell she wanted to get on that bus too. It was giving Spike Lee, like, get on the bus. Get on the bus, but it's a little too late. You can really tell, like, Lucille was like, damn, I really I really done lost my husband. Not saying that your husband didn't have anything to do with it, because he did. But I ain't gonna lie, I felt a little sadness in my heart too, y'all. And then Nikki followed up with his good ass prayer, and she was telling God, asking him. Oh my God, it was a little touching, y'all. I'm gonna lie. She was like, thank you for giving me a strong mama and comfort her in her sadness. I was like, Nikki, are you about to be a little junior pastor as well? Like, what we doing here, Nikki? Like, don't be pulling on my heartstrings like this. Like, I can't take it. It was a lot. Okay. But yeah, y'all. Lucille, it's gonna be some crying nights. It's gonna be some sad days, some sad nights, but get to know yourself, and then maybe in about 5 to 10 years, I think you will be emotionally mature to date again. Okay. Willing to date at all, because you really wasn't out there like that. I mean, y'all went to a couple cute dinners and made out a few times in the car, but you really didn't date that man like that. I feel like when you dating a man, I don't know, like just the whole process, you got to know the ins and outs. Like, I want to go to your house, not really off rip, but eventually I'm going to need to go to your house, see how you living. You come to my house, see how I'm living. All safe now, because you can't just be popping up at people's houses and people be crazy. But I'm just saying, I hope you learn from your lessons, ma'am, because you thought the grass was greener, but it was giving mulch the whole time. The whole time it was giving mulch. Anywho, but back at Meech's house, him and T changed his map from the Atlanta map to the map of the United States of America. Okay, because we got to show we already conquered Atlanta, so we got the rest of the states to conquer. Okay, we got about 40-something states we need to conquer, and as of now, Terry was like, we got a half a ton of bricks. Half a ton of work in 5 states. And Meech's goal, his projection for the organization is to have a half a ton in each state. Now, I honestly don't know if they completely conquered this quest. Y'all can let me know. I know they covered a good majority of the states. But I'm like, if y'all was over there getting North Dakota and South Dakota funds too, hats off to y'all. And I must say, it is a little corny and cheesy to me sometimes when Meech has those scenes. Like, he had a scene with Angel and he was kind of looking at the map, and, I don't know. It's a little cheesy. He was like, it's giving like top flight security of the world, Craig. Like, it's giving, I don't know, it'll be giving cheesy sometimes. Like, we know you're going to conquer the world. Like, we already know. Like, I don't know. It's just a little off-putting, but that's just me being picky. Okay. So y'all, we at the Platinum Palace, and Angel, she over here doing her last dance to none other than Rip's song, Break Beat Buddha. Like, I'm not twerking to nothing that says Break Beat Buddha. Like, what are we doing here? Too many hoes. I ain't gonna lie, that chorus was hitting a little bit. Too many hoes. I'm not gonna lie. You can run that chorus back, because I'm ratchet like that. I can do that for a little bit, right? So Shiloh Sanders. I think that's Shiloh, right? I always get Shiloh and Shador mixed up for some reason. But anywho, Deion Sanders' son plays him in this club scene. They have a little interaction. They, give him a little bottles because they respect him, because, he be over there with both sports. Okay, football and baseball. Okay, and at this point, he played for the Falcons, and, he won the World Series, right? And so, and I always love this saying with Deion. Like, I've used it myself, right? They was, T was asking, like, how, Sway? Like, how do you do it? And so Deion was like, if you look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, every day gonna pay good. I ain't gonna lie. It's giving pimp. It's giving St. Louis pimp a little bit, but I like it, even though Deion is really from Florida. But I like it. And then he drops a cute little nugget on them, and just, he mentions, like, just because you got love for the game, don't mean the game gonna love you back. And then he invites them to Primetime 21 because apparently that was his spot he had way back then. Now, honestly, in hindsight, it's a decent scene. I don't know why they named this episode Primetime. Like, I'm not even going to hold you. I feel like this wasn't necessary to the overall storyline. It was cute nonetheless, but did we need it? No. Like, it's given, we just want to add extra people. Like, it's given whoever recruited Neo and 2 Chainz and everybody else, Sweetie, like, they had him in the bag too. Like, don't get me wrong. I like, I love the Sanders family. I watch a lot of their vlogs and stuff. So I do like them. But for this story for BMF, because I even asked my husband, I'm like, I don't recall no stories about Deion Sanders and BMF. Like, do y'all know any stories regarding those? Because I was like, where does come in at? Like, I don't get it. I was scratching my Meat Mill braids because I'm like, this is given 5 minutes of Fuller where they could have really, expounded on another storyline that we've been fully invested in for the past 10 episodes. But this is BMF, par for the course. So it is what it is, right? And so we see Javier in the club and he's talking about Loco got arrested in Mexico and it ain't gonna be no supply until he's free. So of course, Meech is over there trying to figure out what he need to do to make sure Loco is free. But Terry was like, hold up, shorty, pump your brakes. We don't need to be getting into this. But Meech was like, hey, if Loco is in prison, we cannot get no work. Therefore, we don't have no organization. And I think Terry got triggered because he's like, oh no, I need my bread because I need to make sure Markeisha is dripping in Gucci and gold. So yeah, you're right, Meech. We're going to go ahead and see what's going on with our organization. And then the last scene, we see the brothers in the Mexican desert with scorpions and ish. And I'm like, what are we doing here? We're supposed to break Loco out of prison. I see no vehicle. So how did y'all can't tell me y'all walked from the border. Did y'all get dropped off? Do y'all have a plan? Like this seems very much thrown in. It seems like, I don't know, it was given like Hype Williams or Lil X, like people that was over there directing the music videos way back then. Like it looked cute. It was aesthetically pleasing. But what is the point here? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. Before we get too far out of here, I need to know if y'all copping this.
From BMF Records, it's the album we've all been waiting for. Charles, featuring hits such as Pumpin' Iron,
Pumpin', 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 pumpin' iron, pumpin', pumpin', pumpin'.
He Ain't Swift Like Me.
He ain't swift like me, Boosie, I can tell that you still want me. He ain't swift like me, Boosie, I can tell that you want that deep. He ain't swift like me, Boosie, I can tell that you still want me.
Easy Rest.
No rest in the easy rest, baby. My love is strong, I'ma give you my best.
That Drywall.
Patching up that drywall, soaking up them dry draws. Patching up that drywall, soaking up them dry draws. Patching up that dry.
Terry's Room.
Up in Terry's room, when I don't wanna be.
Maple Syrup.
The maple syrup got me leaning.
Get your copy now.
Her flapjacks, they warm and steaming. My blueberries on top of the stack. Her hot cakes keep calling me back now. This can't be real, I'm surely dreaming.
Sorry, Nikki.
I'm sorry, Nikki, you're still my baby girl. God forgive me, 'cause you'll always be my world. You're still my baby girl.
In the smash hit, We didn't see it coming.
See it coming. Mabel had all that ass. She caught me slipping.
And much, much more.
Lucy went into
Go online, run the stores, and get
Mabel
your copy
had all
now.
that ass.
Get your tickets for the
She
tour.
caught me slipping.
Charles, out now.
Are y'all copying? Are y'all copying? Shout out to the homie Booby Traps for his vision. Okay, he turned my mere playful album idea. And he had a whole vision, y'all. He had a whole vision. So shout out to Booby Traps. He's definitely a real one. Definitely made me cackle and laugh every time I played this video. So shout out to you, sir. Now I need to know the rest of the songs. Give us the rest of the songs, bruh. I want to hear that Thighs and Offering featuring Sister Riley. Like, we need that on deck. Shout out to Booby so much. I appreciate you. Let me see what y'all talking about before we get out of here. Because no more BMF. No more BMF. No more BMF. No more headache. No more headache. No more BMF. Sorry, y'all. It was fun while it lasted. Now, I appreciate y'all riding with me throughout this season. But Lord, this was a goddamn doozy. I'm not even going to hold you. Okay? But of course, we got book 2. Now, like y'all already know, I'm dealing with a lot in my family. So my goal is to do my recaps and refreshers of book 2, season 3, before the new season starts. So I'm going to it'll probably be easier for me to do short pre-recorded videos than lives, honestly, because I'm going to be out of town and a few different weeks. So hold on for your girl. Pray for me throughout this process because it's been a lot. Okay. But I would like to thank y'all for being so supportive and, you know, just being my little virtual village. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So I need y'all to like this video. Please. Okay. Because you know how many hours it takes to really just review this show? They come over here every Sunday and pour my heart out. I don't think y'all understand. But we gonna see what Tariq and the rest of these Rugrats gonna give us because they gonna stress me out too, probably. Steven said, thank the Lord, BMF is over. Oh gosh, yes, that is a classic album, Suburbia. Inca. Everybody is sharing similar sentiments, so I don't feel too bad, okay? Monica M, she had the nerve to step out and say this was a Mother's Day gift. Okay, no more. Oh God. I just got a feeling Big Meech over there rolling over in his little heart. Maybe he probably got a decent mattress. He probably got a nice little cute Serta, a little twin size Serta, put in the cell for him. But I know he be rolling around like, God damn, this the best they can do. This the best they can do. You want a mixtape? A Lucille mixtape? Oh, you know what? Let me write that down. I may go ahead and now, let me go ahead. That sounds like a good idea, Detroit King. Let me go ahead. Lucille. Let me see if I get an EP or something out within the next couple days. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. We can do that. Mm-hmm. Sure can. Yeah, thank y'all. That's that. It's over. We can move on. And just support your girl, okay? Because sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
These phony ass niggas trying to see Compton. The industry can hate me. Fuck them all in their mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton. beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
All right. Trap church, Kendrick. It's trap church. We can't be talking about the Lord like that, Kendrick. Shut up. Have some respect. I mean, he was trying to, conceal his felonies from the Lord. Okay, I guess that's something. Thank you so much, Booby. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Thank you, Tamika. I hope y'all have a wonderful Mother's Day. Bless. Hi, Aisha. You said Sosa is the man's name in real life. He wrote a book a few years back. Sosa told a story on Vlad TV about their connection, going to jail, his girlfriend busted him out. Him and Meech ended up in Mexico. I do know the Sosa guy, but I don't think I watched the whole Vlad interview. We actually need to be boycotting Vlad anyway. Come on. This is the year of the boycott, the year of exposure. Like, Vlad has been getting away with buffoonery for too long now. Don't get me wrong. I hold his guests fully responsible for even going up on this man's platform and telling all their business because the fans be watching and listening. But can we not give Vlad a platform? Please and thank you. I'm just saying. Aisha, you say I didn't like season 3. Too rushed. It's too rushed. They bunched up 4 to 5 years in the season. See, you know what? You just triggered me, girl. Because now I just I done thunk about this raggedy ass Tupac Shakur they put in our face. Y'all let me know what y'all give the season before we get out of here. What is y'all rating? 1 through 10. What is y'all rating of the season? The initial number that came in my head was a 6. Am I being too harsh? Am I being too harsh? What do y'all feel that this season deserves? Okay, Monica M said a 6 too. Okay. Thank you, Steven. I appreciate you. Thank you, HEA, QBiz. Ronald Cameron, you said 7.5. Okay. Miss Kira, 6.5. Let me see if anybody else want to chime in before we get out of here. Inga, 6.5. Okay, we definitely feeling it's giving mid. It's giving mid. It's giving y'all did the bare minimum to put this stuff in our face. It's not giving top tier at all. HEA 6. Okay. And this is the thing that I guess this pisses me off even further because we know the potential. No, it's not a power show, but we know 50 Cent is over there pulling strings on some level. So the mere fact that y'all can damn near pull out a masterpiece like Raising Kanan and then still in the same breath give us BMF, like that's total disrespect. But I don't want to go on a whole nother rant, y'all. Booby, you said 7. They tried a little harder. I guess. It's like they tried harder on the wrong stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. The last few scenes with Henry, like that whole scene, even though she offed her dad, the dysfunction of it all, I feel like they possibly had something of substance they could have expounded on and not gave us all that goofy BS. Like, I feel like they could have wrote this in a way to where it was respectable yet entertaining, but they chose not to. Therefore, we got Henry, we got Remy, we got all these people, all these quote-unquote ops that just end up looking goofy opponents and therefore making Meech, for lack of a better word, shout out to Detroit Kings, like a cartoon character. But hey, it is what it is. QBiz, you said 6 or 7. Suburbia, 7. HEA said struggle like Remy dress. That whole ending Remy scene, yeah, it was needed, but y'all could have did that better. Come on, bro. What we doing? Monica M, you said, especially since they have us paying subscriptions for this nonsense. That is facts. Jesus. Aisha, you said the feds assumed Sosa to be a Hispanic man. A lot of the BMF dudes never laid eyes on him. They simply knew he existed the whole time. Sosa is a tall, light-skinned black man. Said Inga, the actress that played Henrietta is goofy. I hope we never see her again on no platforms. Yes. Because she clearly was on, I don't know if she was on Instagram or what, but she told y'all to please stop calling her a woman, a female. Girl, if you don't get on my face, what did it say on your birth certificate? Shut up. Now, don't get me wrong. I respect people in terms of how they feel about themselves, but y'all be asking for a lot. Jesus Christ. Aisha said 6.5. Booby, you said the villain's deaths were hot garbage. That is completely facts. Completely facts. Like, well, I guess I don't know. At least I get a whole year because I kind of want to list the things I do not want out of BMF next season. But that list will probably be way too long. And y'all be like, pretty girl, why do you even review the show? Because I want to love it. I want to love it. This is such a historical and monumental story here at its essence. But y'all effing it up. And it's the thing too, like my generation and older, we know BMF. You know what I'm saying? We know BMF outside of this show. But the new generation is probably, I think y'all messed it up, BMF's legacy with this show. Because these young kids are over here looking at this goofy tall tale and thinking this is it. Like, this is not it. This is not what BMF was about, truly. Like, y'all just really made it. It's truly, y'all made it into a cartoon. Like, y'all took a real life situation and made it low-key an animated series. Steven, you said Henrietta was a cartoon character in BMF. Whoever done it, I don't like that. I'm glad that I don't talk about her no more. Torian, what's up? You said Pastor said she had time today. By Inga, you said a Cuban is the water boy is normal in Atlanta, so that's why it was used as a distraction off Remy. No, I understand about the water boys. I've seen them in person, but the scene was weird because, and don't get me wrong, I know they're probably out at night. I haven't seen them out at night because I'm careful about where I am and how I move in Atlanta when I go there at night. But, and it's weird, right? Because if I'm in the city, if I'm in New York, I could be in any borough and I feel it safe. But I'm on P's and Q's there. But when I'm in a whole nother city that I didn't grow up in, I'm extra cautious, right? Because I don't know the ins and outs of that city like that. So I don't know. I just felt weird that that's how they in Remy because, like I said, this wasn't even a water boy. This was a 30-year-old man, damn near. And he went out like he was over there trapping water. He was just sitting on at the bando, pushing work. Like he did not classify to me as a water boy. Like he was chilling. Like at that point, it was damn near looked like after 10 o'clock at night. No traffic at all. Time for you to clock out, sir, and go back home and re-up, go to Walmart, get you a new couple cases of water because you're not getting no traction here. And maybe it could have been used as a setup for Meech to have him there, but did Meech know and had the wherewithal that Remy was going to be at that light at a specific time? Maybe, maybe not. But overall, I feel like when we have to do too much guessing and scratching our heads, it's too much. It's too much. Oh, gosh. Exactly, HEA. It was weird because it was too deserted. That's my thing. The atmosphere did not give peak Atlanta water boy at all. Monica M., you said they want to clear out the story and characters at the end of every season and keep the basic characters. It's dumb. When you like a character, they are going to go, they're going by the end of the season. That is facts. They do that all the time. And I don't completely mind it if it's done in such a way where it still keeps the artistic integrity and not just for the sake, it's episode 9-10, time to start just, killing folk. And yes, we're just going to figure out just any dumb way to do it. Like, that's my thing. I don't mind y'all eliminating characters to bring in new ones, but there's a way to go about it. That's my issue. Yes, that's my thing. It was the desertion of it all. Like, I'm gonna let it go. I have no choice but to. Okay, I'm going to sleep peacefully tonight, knowing I don't have to see BMF again to another year. This is a 2025 problem. Okay, a 2025 problem. What's up, Booby? You said I like the parallel between Terry and Meech having the same exact issues in different cities. The execution was jacked up. Yes. And thank you for bringing that up because I did think about that as well. They both had problems that they both needed solved. And they both solved. And that's the thing, because this is why I question this, right? Because we know that the writing is crafty to the point, well, try to be crafty to make it appear that Meech and Terry both are not necessarily at the hands of anyone's demise per se, but the fact that they left Remy's death a mystery, are we supposed to deduce that it was Meech? Now, we know overall is Meech on some level. Either he pulled the trigger or asked for someone to pull the trigger for him. But now that you guys helped me realize that Terry pulled the strings when it came to Henrietta. So they both was able to personally and on their own way eliminate their problems. So I do like that. I like that. Q-Biz, you said that's true because the water boys normally work on the corners with heavy truck. That's what I'm saying. If it's 10 o'clock at night, ain't no cars passing. Why you still out there, bro? Go to Walmart, restock, go home, wash your ass because you've been outside all day. And it's time to pack it up. Work day over. Once about 8:30, 9 o'clock hit, it ain't nothing else out there. Now, between the hours at 11 a.m., I don't know if they be working early, like, the rush hour, like 8, 9. I don't know if they be out there like that. But yeah, peak Atlanta hours, yes. And I'm speaking Atlanta specifically because I know a lot of different cities do this. But Atlanta has been one of the cities highlighted when it comes to these water boys. They hella aggressive. That's what I'm saying. The person did not fit the mode of a water boy. The timing and the whole atmosphere was off. But let me go and try to rest and relax and try to enjoy the rest of this Mother's Day. Let me read Steven's comment first. You said once the writing build up, your character all in. Hold on, Steven. Once the writing build up, maybe they build you up or build the character up, all in the thought of the end of the season, they kill them. Mistakes make up Blaze character. It's just like his storyline was nothing in the show. Yeah, I didn't like the whole Blaze. I don't, like I said, I'm not a fan of the whole offing the parent or vice versa. That was stupid. Because it's like y'all do all this building and get us or try to get us excited about certain characters just to diminish their character on a pointless situation. Like, that's what I think. Y'all had something there with the conflict between Henrietta and Blaze, but the way y'all chose to display it through this direction y'all chose is trash. Like, y'all had something decent. I'll be here all day talking about this. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all again for spending y'all Mother's Day with me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for all the prayers, well wishes. Thank you for the donations today. Because PG needed, okay? And let me just end again with this church announcement, okay? Life insurance, people. I don't care how old you are, how young you think you are, how old you think you ain't. Life insurance, because leaving your family member with the stress of paying for your homegoing, that could be a lot, okay? But God has blessed me with the funds to be able to do such things. But just check on your folk. If y'all beefing, just at least reach out, stop ignoring calls, make peace however you can. I know a lot of things are easier said than done. But life is short. I must say that. And love on your people. Love on your people. That's all I'm gonna say. But thank y'all so much for rocking out with your girl. Love you. I will see you soon. And I will update you guys on what I plan on doing in the future. Be on the lookout for those BookTube refreshers. Just give me a little minute, y'all. I'm trying to figure my life out, okay? But thank y'all for rocking with me throughout this whole ordeal. And enjoy. Have a blessed week, all right? Toodles.